You're watching a segment of The Splash, Greater West Bloomfield's news magazine show.
I'm joined this week by Jackie Gurwin and Patricia Chinn from the Walled Lake School District. And ladies, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thanks for having us.
So we have a big event going on. And it's not only a big event, but it's an important event. Jackie, you want to tell me what that is?
Coming up on November 2nd is the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair, and it's a great opportunity for families to learn more about how to parent their children in a world where there's a lot of unexpected.
And how about you? You are a principal, right?
Yep, I'm a principal in Walled Lake, but I'm also a parent in Farmington Schools.
Okay.
So this is something really dear to my heart, to be able to learn as not only from an educator's perspective, but a parent perspective, how to better support our kids in this ever-changing world.
Right, and it is ever-changing. And the interesting thing is that sometimes the education part and the emotional support part for kids, they don't mesh, or they're just starting to mesh more, right?
Yeah,
and this is kind of what this is all about.
Yeah.
So are you raising an emotionally strong child, right?
Correct.
Is that the tag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so explain that to me.
Well, you know, as a parent, we spend a lot of time checking our kids' grades and doing a number of things, but they're really not going to function in the world if they can't be strong and learn how to deal with issues that come up as they arise in their life, from the time when they're 5 or 6 in kindergarten to their adult life. They're just good skills that our children need to know to handle anything that life throws at them.
Okay, so this fair begins with a keynote speaker. Tell me a little bit about him.
So Brooks Gibbs is joining us this year, and he has sort of a two-pronged approach to raising emotionally resilient children, talking about how kids can understand their emotions and respond to them appropriately, but also just living by the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. And so teaching kids to really understand their emotions and respond to their emotions appropriately, and to treat other people with kindness.
Well, right, because if somebody else is emotional and the child doesn't know how to handle their emotion, right? I mean, there you come into a conflict as well.
Absolutely.
So there'll be how many tracks? 3 different tracks for parents?
We have 3 different tracks. There's a pre-K 5 track, and then a 6th grade through 12th grade track, and then we have one that applies to all families. So you may start off in a pre-K track and then move to an all-family track, and then move for the 3rd session to a pre-K track.
Okay, so can you say you had 2 kids, different ages? Could you break it up among those tracks that you needed?
Absolutely.
So it's open.
As Patricia said, you can, if you've got a younger kid and there's one of the younger grade, the pre-K through 5 track that you would like to go to, you can go to that one. The next one, you can go to a 6th through 12th grade track, if that applies to you. You can pick anything you want. It's really tailoring it towards your needs and your family's needs.
So very flexible.
Yes.
And I think the biggest thing, you know, a lot of time parents are like, you know, I can't do that. I don't have a sitter. But you guys have actually taken care of that. So tell me about that, because that is amazing.
Absolutely. We have parenting or child care available during the fair. Parents can bring one child for $3, or if they have more children, it's $5 for the family. And that is for the whole session from 7:30 to 2:30. Lunch is provided. We have entertainment available for them. And it's provided by our Walled Lake aftercare program. So it's folks that are in daycare and know exactly how to handle kids and how to support kids throughout the day. So the kids most of the time report that it's a lot of fun.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
How about the parents? What have you heard about the parents and their
We've
reactions?
had great feedback from parents.
I've had parents who have asked me when it is again this year and are looking forward to going. The ones who I've talked to at the end in past years have always said that they really enjoyed being able to pick things that fit them, not just showing up and listening to a speaker because that's the speaker that's there. They really get to choose topics to listen to that are important to them. And everybody loves Brooks Gibbs. He's absolutely amazing. He's very charismatic. And as Patricia was saying, he really teaches you that you can't always change what's going on outside of you, but you can figure out how to deal with it internally and how to manage everything yourself.
So give me some examples of some of the tracks that parents can choose from, or the topics.
Sure. For example, in the pre-K 5 track, you might be able to talk about how to limit screen time. That's a really important one right now for families, is what is that balance, and how do I as a parent put those limits into place. There's also things about regulating your behavior. We have sessions on picky eaters and how to support your child with that.
Sign me up, I'm there.
So it's a lot of different opportunities available in that space with younger learners.
And for the 6th through 12 track, because that's the age range my kids are in, I'm looking at going to ones that are about communications with your teens and how to make sure you keep those open lines of communication. There is stuff about college, planning for college funding and how alternate ways to help fund your college. Talking about raising, one of them is called Anti-Fragile Kids in a Bubble Wrap Society, which is trying to teach your kids, again, resiliency and how to fight for themselves.
How to be an advocate then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that is what is so hard, especially when they're younger, because we're hoping that if they learn these skills when they're young, it'll carry them through their whole school career and then into adulthood, right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of the whole point of this.
Yes.
So you're both moms, as am I. So tell me one thing that you are hoping to get out of this year personally.
I think for me, obviously being a member of the fair and having done this for years, I always walk away with something, whether it be from the keynote speaker or from one of the smaller sessions, that I can put into action. And so my hope this year, again, is to be able to walk away with actionable things. And that's what I love about the fair, that you leave and you've got things that you can do right away as a parent, and you can go, oh, I remember that was something they said, and now my child's having a meltdown. and I can use that. I can use that right in this moment and be able to support my child. And I know as my son's getting older, Brooke's message is absolutely something that I need to be using with him. And another fun piece to Brooks is he has a session of online parenting pieces that usually is a $50 value that you would have to purchase your way into, and he's giving that to everyone that registers this year.
Really?
As
that
a
will
free
be included.
component of your registration. So I know for me, even being able to follow up with that as a parent and watch those and go through that process is going to be a huge learning component.
And how about for you?
So for me, I have older children, one who will be entering college in a couple years. So I'm looking more for, how do I get them ready to be without me? I've been taking care of them for so many years and trying not to be that helicopter parent, but sometimes you are. And now I'm trying to figure out how to transition to make sure that they can handle all that on their own. So that's really what I'm looking for.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but so we're talking about kids handling the stuff on their own, but what about parents? Are any of those topics addressed? Because, once they leave, it's a whole different ballgame for you as well.
Absolutely. And, so all the ones about anxiety and stuff, that'll be good for me as well. But yeah, it's, for me, I'm going to have to learn how to be resilient and how to deal with my emotions, because that's going to be a struggle after raising them myself for 18 years, to just let them go.
Let them go, right, exactly. So tell me where people can find more information.
So hopefully your school district has this on their website, but if not, you can visit our Walled Lake website at wlcsd.org/parenting education fair or parenting fair and get more information. But really, if you Google Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair, it will pop up. We have a Facebook site. We're on Twitter. We also have it on websites as well. So lots of information.
And so this is November 2nd?
Yep.
Yes. November 2nd, 7:30 registration?
Yep.
And it goes until 2:30?
Yes.
Correct.
So we mentioned feeding the kids. How about the parents?
Oh, good point. There are food trucks available during the lunchtime for folks to purchase their own food items if they want to. There's also a complimentary breakfast provided by Bosco's in the morning for families as well. So get there at 7:30 and fill up before you start learning.
Get that coffee.
Yes.
You'll need it. Well, thank you, ladies. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great turnout. And it sounds like I might need to sign up as well. So I think I'll probably see you on November 2nd.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. And once again, we've been joined by Jackie Gurwin and Patricia Chinn from the Walled Lake School District.
Thanks for watching this segment of The Splash. To watch the entire show or other segments, catch us on Comcast Channel 15 and AT&T Channel 99. Or look us up online at thesplash.tv and listen to us every week on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM.